Hello there, Sagittarius. I'm Michelle B, and we're going to talk about purpose. Purpose! That is what you do that lights you up, that benefits more than just you. It could be one person, it could be your little family, it could be all your little friends, it could be 9 million people that you're influencing. This is our purpose. Some of us are lucky and we already know what it is. Some of us aren't so sure, but I believe it is whatever makes us happy. That makes other people's lives a little bit better. So I'm going to pick out a couple of cards for the fears and doubts that sabotage us from being in full alignment with our purpose. I'm going to look at the cause of those fears and doubts. Sagittarius? Yes. I lose track sometimes. And once we've identified those self-sabotaging thought patterns and where they're coming from, we can catch them when they're happening. And we're like, oh, okay, I got you again. I see what you're up to. And so it's like we are observing our own thoughts and we're going, hey, yeah, I see you there. And we're thinking, okay, now we're going to start taking action on taking little bits of action on becoming in alignment with our greatest potential. All right, so I got 3 cards so far. I want 2 more for you, Sagittarius. All right, 1 more, please. I got this one. Okay. Oof, that's Sagittarius. I think you might be one of the you might be the luckiest. The luckiest sign in the zodiac. Who knows? But everybody, in spite of how lucky we are, we're all sabotaging ourselves equally. So our 2 sources of self-doubt and fears, it's like this, I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been through so much already. That's a big one. I've been through so much already. I'm tired. And I have all of these burdens. I feel like for a lot of Sagittarius, there's a strong sense of like that codependency. The ones that are tuning into this reading right now, there's a little bit of a codependent kind of energy. The Sagittarius are mutable. I'm Virgo and Pisces rising, so I have a very mutable energy, and I tend to lean toward codependent behaviors, which is saying that other people's needs are more important than mine, and I don't want them to be uncomfortable. Therefore, I will sacrifice my own happiness, sacrifice my own individuality, my own personality, my own independent self for their happiness. That's what this is all about, carrying the burden of trying to control other people's happiness. If somebody's unhappy with you, then you freak out. You lose your shit if somebody's unhappy with you. And so you will do whatever it takes to make other people what you think makes them happy at any cost. And it's really a control thing. You don't think you feel like you're being controlled like a puppet on a string, but it's actually like you're controlling them, and you're controlling them just as much, because you're saying like, I don't believe that you can handle doing things all by yourself. I believe that you need me to be there to make you happy, even if it means sacrificing who I am. Okay, so this is in a way, you're like losing your identity. You're losing your identity into other people's purposes instead of living out your own. And sometimes there are times for us to be supportive of other people's. There are times when our purpose is to be supportive of other people's purposes. There's a time for that, but obviously, these cards wouldn't be here if you were happy with that. You wouldn't be watching this reading if you were happy with that, right, Sagittarius? This is a feeling of resentment, exhaustion, which is often, exhaustion and resentments are major symptoms of codependency. Major symptoms of feeling like your own life has been undermined and sabotaged by somebody else's needs. Okay? We really don't have anyone else to blame But ourselves, we can say, this happened, someone behaved this way toward us and told us we were no good unless we were doing everything they wanted to do. Okay, we can say that. Okay, that happened. That happened. But right now, you're a grown person, Sagittarius. You can change the course of your life. You have the ability to change the course of the way that you behave with other people. The choices, you have these choices now. It's up to you. You are not trapped. You are not trapped under these wands, right? Under the weight. You do not have to carry this weight if you don't want to. You have been choosing to do it. And with these 2 tens being here, I feel like that you've had enough. You've had enough of being unhappy, of feeling resentful. You're like, this is a feeling I just don't want to have anymore. And you're ready to take responsibility for it. So that's there. You're identifying it. Your conscious mind is saying, okay, I've figured out what my issue is. I've figured out what's been holding me back from the things that I really want to be doing, from the way that I really want to be helping the world. I figured that out. And now I'm ready to start going forward. And it all starts, I love this. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is a signifier of Sagittarius, because it's the divine luck card, and you are a very lucky person. If you have not been lucky, it's because you've been enmeshed with an unlucky person's vibration. You've been picking up the unlucky vibration from the people that you've been intertwined with. But you yourself are an extremely lucky person, okay? It's there. And anything you want, anything you desire is here. So if you're going, I can have my happiness, but I'll have to disappoint other people. And so that's what's sabotaging your ability to go forward into your greatest potential. Then why don't you try a different mantra? Magic! Let's make it happen. Here's my mantra. Other people will be happy for me if I live to my greatest potential. And I'll say that, and I'll imagine the people that otherwise are dependent on me, my children, my spouse, my friends, my coworkers. I'm imagining them glowing with happiness for me because I am doing wonderful things in the world. That's not just for them, right? That's bigger than just what I do for them. I'm imagining it like how happy they are for me and how much I benefit them in the long run. In the big picture, I benefit them by living up to my greatest potential. The Wheel of Fortune gives you this gift, all right? It will grant you any wish that you want. The divine will come in and make it happen. And it all starts here with training your brain. Your conscious mind can train your brain to think anything that you want it to. Okay? And one final piece of advice for you, actionable steps going forward. This is a very mundane kind of card. So far we've had some very cerebral, behavioral, mindset stuff come up. But this is the Six of Pentacles is all about the balance of give and take in the material sense. So it is time for these burdens that you're carrying. It's time to get real with the people that you're doing extra things for. This is a significant part. It's the first step in healing from codependency, is setting boundaries on what you will and won't be doing anymore. It is the hardest part. Usually lasts a couple months for people to become accustomed to setting those boundaries of what you will and will not do anymore. Excuse me. But once you have it set, then you can get away with more and more and more. So get real. Get real about what is like. Are you still making your teenagers breakfast every morning? No, your job is just to make sure that there's food in the fridge. It's not your job to make them breakfast every morning. In fact, I've heard of moms that had their children making them dinner every night. That was just the expectations. And these kids were in middle school. So that the kids can support their moms while their moms are supporting them. It's about a balance of give and take between you and the people that you love. You have to start setting, like telling people exactly how you want it to be played out, how you want your interactions with them to play out, that you expect as much from them as you give to them, okay? It might mean tuning back what you do give and asking directly for what you need. All right. Love you, Sagittarius. You're going to have some really good luck coming up soon. All you have to do is take the steps that I pointed out. Okay? I'll see you later. I've been Michelle B. Bye, Sagittarius. It's still not turning off.